Alright, chat. How's it going?
Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? I'm so looking forward to brewing these two decks.
Jason's mainly looking forward to brewing Lazav more than Vhon, even though Vhon's way cooler.
Like both of these decks, honestly. Both these decks are just hot. Like, doesn't matter how hard you go. Like, both these decks just do super cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. So let's just get
very much
into
looking
it.
forward to this.
Boom. Look, everyone, it's Vhon. Say hello.
Indeed.
In case people don't know what Vhon does, he's Mardu, Dwarf Warlock 3/3. He gives other outlaws vigilance and haste, which is assassins, pirates, rogues, warlocks, and
Mercenaries.
Mercenaries.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the beginning of combat on your turn, you can have your treasures become 3/3 construct assassins, in addition to their other types. He's just...
God, I love this. I love this stupid commander. This is so much fun.
We just need to do nothing but,
Make it to treasure.
make it to treasure, punch it a face. It's
Have
about
a
as
good
simple
time.
of a Mardu deck as we can make at this point.
It is going to be a pretty straightforward deck as to what we're doing. All right, do we want to start out with just not using EDH rec as our initial guidance and make suggestions, or what?
Well, first off, Jason, I have to get the obligatory mana base in here.
The 36 ways?
Yep. And we got to make
Excellent.
sure that they're the correct printing of... Are they not in here yet?
Oh, that's snow
no.
ones? Well, the snow ones are their own thing.
No, the Fallout ones.
Oh, the Fallout ones. It's fine, they're Secret Lair ones.
We'll just do the Blood Bowl. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Blood Bowl.
Yes,
waste.
as Chandler has said, the first card in is... It's really
Dockside
boring.
Extortionist. I mean, hey, we get to play Dockside in our deck. We can justify this.
There we go. There we go. Much better.
Hey V, how's it going? So yeah, we were just gonna make so many treasures. One card that I'm super excited that you get to play in this deck is Mahadi. Mahadi is just thick in this deck.
I like me a good old Lotho as well. Even though he... Because, like, let's be real here. We don't care about our creatures being outlaws. All that matters
No,
is
not
we
really.
make it to treasure.
Make it to treasure.
Oh, Jan Jansen?
If they happen to be an outlaw, benefit. Ooh, Jan Jansen, hot. Blindo, probably meaning blind obedience, which, yeah, that's perfectly reasonable to play. It does tap down creatures, and we have plenty of mana to sink into stuff, so yeah, I can see blind obedience.
I like it. I'm going to go ahead and put a new card in just because it's really good, not that it's on theme.
Even Interrupter.
No.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I mean, we get to play some cards that are just actively good.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a question. Do we want to play Ruthless Technomancer?
I mean, we have Dockside on the deck. We might as well.
Yeah. You can do Ruthless Technomancer, Dockside Loops. So, how many ways do we want to just abuse our treasures entering the battlefield and doing stuff? Do we want to do any of our token... we are definitely a Mayhem Devil deck. 100%.
Oh, yeah. Also...
Ooh, Rain of Riches. Nice.
I like this card. I'm just going to force it in.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Treasonous Ogre. Honestly, I don't know if we need Treasonous Ogre.
I do like the Reckless Fire Weaver, though.
Yeah, Reckless Fire Weaver's cool. I definitely like that. Got Mayhem Devil in, yes. Let's see, we hit Smothering Tithe, Monologue Tax. Chandler's got a lot of record. Ancient Copper Dragon?
I mean,
I'm down.
Why would I not play Ancient Copper Dragon?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, like...
Zealous Conscripts.
I'm not about the Zealous
So?
Conscripts in this deck.
I am curious, Stormtrooper, if you could tell me why do you want Zealous Conscripts in? Just because like it's a generically good card, or because like I'm not quite seeing a reason to play it, but there may be something there. Yeah, I'm excited to play Reign of Riches. I have not gotten to play with that card at all. Smuggler 2G.
2G.
There we are. Yeah, I'm cool with Smuggler Share for sure. Not sure about Monologue Tax.
I've just never been impressed by it, personally.
It's Lotho without the body, right?
Mm-hmm. But I'd much rather just have...
Zealous Conscripts has combo potential with Dockside?
No.
But Zealous Conscripts is the ETB make something have haste? Extra huge loop.
I'd much rather just, not. Is that,
Diego, we really haven't decided on a specific power level here. I think we're just aiming for, does it make it a treasure? It goes in the deck. Like, we have no specifics on this. I can tell you now, it's not going to be a CEDH deck. Take control of your Dockside. That doesn't give it the ETB again. It just gives it haste.
Yeah.
So I don't think that ends up working. Crime Novelists. Yeah, I like Crime Novelists. Unexpected Windfall and Big Score. Yeah, we can probably do with Unexpected Windfall and Big Score. There's a 3-mana one as well, right? That makes a treasure, but it's sorcery speed.
Yeah, we don't want sorcery speed, though.
I don't mind.
Sorcery's bad, Jason.
That comes with a 3/3 attached to it. I don't see the problem.
Sorcery's bad unless you're playing specifically my blue-white control deck that hasn't been on the channel yet.
Ooh, do we want a wheel for Smothering Tithe? Maybe. I am not against having a wheel in this deck because we are just generating a ton of mana. Just one ton of mana.
There we go.
Do we want more than one wheel?
Do we want Wheel of Misfortune? I'm down for it.
I don't hate it. Prosper? Oh, Prosper's cool.
He make it a treasure, Jason.
Is there thinking of something else? Yeah, Stormtrooper, I think you might be thinking of Ruthless Technomancer or something akin to that, because that is a combo piece. So that's cool. Wily Goblin. Wily Goblin's not terrible.
Wily Goblin's just a good body, normally.
Michael coming in hot with the Illustrious Wonderglyph. Let's go! Let's go. God, I love it.
5/5 treasures. Let's go, baby!
Yeah. Oh man, this deck plays. Okay, this deck is to play some of the like silliest fun cards. I love this so much. Do we want to put Olivia in the deck?
Yeah, might as well. Let's see, which Olivia would we like to put in?
Opulent Outlaw. There we go. Yeah, Opulent Outlaw.
Yeah. Oh, let me get my.
Baylor. Ooh, Jorkadine's actually kind of hot too. Ooh. I never thought I would say that I'm in for Jorkadine in one of my casual decks, but
oh, we should put the what is it, like Molten
Psyche or what?
No, the new
Twin Duplication?
Yeah.
Are we gonna?
We have a Dockside in the deck, Jason.
I mean, we do have a Dockside. Do we have much else ETB? Not yet, but we might get there.
We'll get there.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. Okay.
Oh, Strike It Rich.
Ye old Strike It Rich. I mean, I've been a fan of 1-mana 3/3s for a while.
Yeah, pretty good.
Reaver Cleaver.
I mean...
Don't threaten me with a good time.
This is just my kind of deck right here.
Yes, it is. Grim Hireling? Absolutely, Kai. Yeah, Grim Hireling is 100% something that goes into the deck. Mirkwood Bats. This is probably a good enough Mirkwood Bats deck.
Yeah, we just make a shit ton of treasure.
Yeah, I'm generally not too high on Mirkwood Bats, but this is the type of deck where we kind of want stuff for sacrificing artifacts or artifacts enter the battlefield and sacrificing creatures and creatures leaving the battlefield. So that kind of just has the overlap that's good enough. Goldspan? Yeah, sure, Goldspan's good. It does double up the mana whenever we do have a ton of treasures we want to spend. Zorn! Yes, Zorn!
Yeah, we should put Zorn in here.
Yeah, give me that Zorn. Let's go.
Card already needs a reprint. Should be a bulk rare.
That is true. That card really should be a bulk rare, but the just sheer amount of treasure support that we keep getting, like, we go crazy with it. Boy, we are a red heavy deck, and why am I not surprised? What's the name of that enchantment that ETBs and... Or not ETBs, that one that we win on our upkeep if we control a bunch of treasures. Pitiless Plunder? No, Pitiless Plunder... Oh, okay, Pitiless Plunder absolutely goes in this deck, but...
Revel in Riches.
Revel in Riches, yes.
Are they until end of... Oh my god, they're until end of turn.
Hmm? Yeah, it doesn't create a loop. Like, it's just all the ones that are in play at that moment become it. Revel in Riches, thank you. Ye Old Academy Manufacturer, absolutely.
I wish you could
Mari.
Artifacts, that'd be hot.
Alright, what does Mari say again? Let's see. Mari, Killing Quill. 1 black for a 3/2 legendary creature, vampire assassin. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, exile it with a hit counter on it. Assassins, assassins, mercenaries, and rogues you control have death touch, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a hit counter from a card that player owns in exile. If you do, draw a card and create 2 treasures.
It's just good.
Okay.
This card is just actively good.
I like that. Magda Brazen Outlaw? Don't threaten me with a good time.
I do.
I'm actually cool with both Magdas being in this deck.
I like both Magdas in this deck.
That's sick. Marionette Master? Yeah, Marionette Master is a pretty good way of just all of a sudden high die. This deck's like so easy to build and very fun. I like this deck a lot.
We don't have to think like we're gonna have to on the next deck. We just play treasure.
Next deck's gonna require a little more thought.
Head empty, treasure make.
Alright. Do you have any more easy treasure things to include in the deck? Or well, okay, so we can get like Esper Sentinel in the deck because it's just a generic good card, and also Artifact Creature, which is kind of nice. Shared Animosity. Does Shared Animosity require us to name a creature type, or is it just...
No, it's if it shares a creature type.
Just if it shares a creature type. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of overlap, and hopefully a lot of treasure. So yeah, I can actually see Shared Animosity just being the type of card that just turns the corner and wins the game. Probably need a couple of ways of protecting Vhon, right?
I mean, yeah.
Lots of ways we can keep our commander from dying.
Lightning Greaves.
Good start. Tempered Steel. I don't know if I want to go down the route of Tempered Steel.
Yeah, I'm not a Tempered Steel gamer.
Like, we're going to have a good number of artifact creatures, obviously, when we transform our stuff, but it doesn't do anything when Vhon's not in play. So that one's a little more questionable to me. Whereas the rest of these cards are just like, I make it a treasure, I do the stuff, I do the thing, look at that.
Make it a treasure.
Although Jen Jansen does want us to play more artifact creatures in the deck as well. So maybe
what are you
Tempered Steel
talking
has
about?
some...
We just go to combat.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, oh, what if Vhon can't do its thing, right? And we want to be accruing more treasures. Jen Jansen's actually wants us to play a few more artifacts creatures in the deck. Or, well, yeah, he specifies sacrifice a non-token artifact. Well, then he also works independently, so, like, yeah, it's fine. Do we want reprocess or something? 1, 2? What does reprocess do again? I know this is a good card, I just never remember to play it. What do you do? Yes. A 4-mana sorcery that lets you sacrifice any number of artifacts, creatures, and/or lands and draw a card for each permanent sacrifice this way.
Yeah.
We actually did we just get a new reprocess that has plot?
I think it. I don't know that it specifies artifacts.
I think it just says permanents. I'm pretty sure we just got one.
I mean,
like
either
that,
way,
so.
I think I'm down to play both.
All right.
Wait.
Here, let me check. Is that OTJ?
I don't think we want to play any changelings. They don't make it a treasure, so.
It's true. They do not make it the treasure. Rush of Dread. No, not Rush of Dread. It's Pitiless Carnage. Yes, 4 mana sorcery, sacrifice any number of permanents you control, then draw that many cards, and it has plot for 1 black.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, we can sacrifice lands to this thing too.
Yeah.
Generous Plunderer. Yes, Generous Plunderer is pretty good here.
This is
Right,
this is the card I was thinking of. I was like, there's a new 2-mana 2/2 with Menashe.
Yeah. You
is
make
good.
a treasure. You give an opponent a tapped one, whatever attacks. Yeah. Helps out an opponent, but honestly, you benefit from this way more, so who cares?
Let me get all my boring cards in.
I love playing mono red Mardu. This deck just looks so silly to me. Ooh, do we want any of our treasure double or token doublers? I feel like they might be unnecessary, honestly, but maybe.
I want a Mondrak in here.
You want Mondrak? Yeah, let's go. Let's get Mondrak in then. Oh, wait, do we have Ragavan?
How can we forget about the best 1-drop in the game?
Let's go.
Also, he's an outlaw, so he gets Vigilance.
That's true. Oh, he also gets the haste then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah. Nobody is safe. I'm down for a black market connections. Maybe not a black market.
Black market connections, absolutely. Yeah, that does just make a treasure, so. Captain Lannery Storm. Whenever you sacrifice a treasure, you get a +1/+0 as well. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
We want to start filling out some of the mana?
I mean, I just put the obvious things in here. I don't think we need any more. I'm gonna be honest with you.
The deck is just mana.
The deck is literally mana.
Let's see. So we had saying for the new Kumbal, or Kumble, depending on the pronunciation you want to use. So Kumbal Profiteering Mare, 1 black/white for a 2/4 legendary creature, Human Advisor. Whenever one or more tokens enter the battlefield under your opponent's control, for each of them, create a tap token that's a copy of it. This ability triggers only once each turn. And whenever one or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life.
Yep, sounds good. You've already
mana?
convinced me.
Yeah, I was thinking about whether or not we wanted Nadir's Nightblade, and honestly, this is better. So
yeah, I'd much rather just have Kumbal.
Sick card. Do we want any of the? Ooh, we can play Species Specialist. Name Construct or name Assassin.
I like naming Assassin. Oh, that's the wrong Slaughter Specialist.
A terrible card. But no, Species Specialist, that's like... Oh, that's hot.
This card is actively really good.
Alright, at this point I am now on to just using EDH Rec a little bit. So, do you want to try out Treasure Dredger? It's a 2-mana 2/2 human rogue with pay 1 mana, tap it, pay a life, make a treasure.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I don't love it.
It's 1 mana and a life for 3/3.
Yeah, it's like okay.
It's mediocre.
Yeah. Do we want to try for the Hellkite Tyrant alternate win con or no?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they just punch people with treasures.
Yeah, I'd rather do that too. Are we playing many instants and sorceries where we would want something like Stormkiln Artist? I don't think we are.
No, we don't have enough in here.
Okay.
Benny Brax. I'm down for a Benny Brax.
Yeah, I like Benny. Benny's sick. How about Blood Money for a board wipe?
Ooh.
And does Descent into Avernus too much? I generally am not a fan of Descent into Avernus because it tends to go crazy. Like, it goes crazy real fast. Lich Knight's Conquest. That's a mass reanimation effect that sacrifices your artifacts or creatures for like a one-sided effect. I'm not sure on that one.
I'm okay.
Aggravated Assault is interesting.
I mean, it does just actively kill people.
Actually, hilariously, does Aggravated Assault plus... Hold on. So Vhon says at the beginning of combat you do this, right?
Yep, so aggravated assault plus any treasure producer actively is a combo here.
Well, yeah, aggravated assault, Vhon, and so aggravated assault, Vhon, Grim Hireling, and the ability to hit 3 opponents. That does just win the game. You open Skyfall, get ready for bad suggestions.
Uh-oh. Luckily, we only have one more card to add in the deck.
Excellent.
Let's just...
Oh, we're gonna be cutting because like we got
Let's get this.
we're gonna make some
in
normal stuff
here.
as well. Oh, it's this guy, the Negan or whatever his name is. Yeah, I don't really care for him.
Bonehorde Dracosaur? I like that suggestion.
Creatures created tap treasure Churzling when she's turned. I'm not sure I want Forge. Forge is interesting, but not ideal.
Cyberman Squadron. Aha! A flick 3 for all the treasures, Jason.
That's funny.
I don't think it's good, but it's funny.
No, it's not. But if there was if we were definitely doing like a more artifact creature focused build of this commander,
Ooh.
absolutely, because that's hilarious.
I like the Dictative Erebos here.
Dictative Erebos, yeah, Dictative Erebos and or
I think I want the
Brave
Flash
Pact.
to get
either
people.
one's fine.
Dino DNA?
Dino DNA. That's an interesting one.
That's a very interesting card.
Huh. I mean, it works really well with the Dockside, but, like, I don't know. I'm not really interested in building, like, abuse Dockside.deck. I'm just like, hey, Dockside's a good card. It goes in the deck.
Look, our one abused Dockside card is Molten Duplication. Okay. Like...
They do all be working for me.
Mhm.
Exile the Dockside, yeah. Okay. Let's get some generic removal in here that we know we want.
Okay, I got him.
You got Swords and Path. Give me Anguish I'm making in here as well.
Can I just do Stroke of Midnight?
Sure. Stroke of Midnight's also fine by me. I mean, I was going to put in both of them, but... Chaos Orb's fine, but I like these removal spells more. They're just kind of a bit better as far as I'm concerned. Duplicate Marionette Master as well. That's true.
Yeah.
There's some cool stuff that we can do with that, yeah.
That does just kill people, yes.
That's interesting. I'm sorry, what does Bottle Cap Blast do?
Yeah.
Improvise deals 5 excess damage. You make that many tap treasure tokens. Improvise, you say? So we don't actually have to spend our treasures. I'm okay with this.
I'm fine with this. This sounds great.
This is just funny.
I pay 1 mana to probably get 4 treasures. Seems good.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. That's just funny. Do we want any tutors or cringe? Tutors are cringe.
I don't think we need tutors where we're going, Jason. Let's be real here.
I mean, we already have one. Magda.
Yeah, but we don't have any good artifacts that we actually give a shit about to find other
Do you
than...
have any dragons we care about? Do you have any dragons we care about? Got the Cavern Core dragon, right?
We have this one.
An ancient copy? Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, we got enough. We find exactly
fine
2
here.
cards in this deck. Yeah, good enough.
This is a reasonable Inspiring Statuary deck. I don't like Inspiring Statuary very much, but I do think this is a solid deck for it.
I like it a lot more in...
Oh, it's not letting you. It's off the... Gotta put the S in there. Yep, there we go.
Bastards, there's too many inspiring cards. Imp Recruiter?
Do have a lot of things with low power.
We do. Okay, I'll put an Imp Recruiter in.
Sure. We permit ourselves a couple of bad tutors. I say bad, but you know.
I mean, when it finds like 95% of the cards we want in the stack.
Yeah. Did you sneak in a Bonehorde Dragosaur? That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Let's go.
I saw a suggestion in the chat for it. I was like, oh, that's just good.
Oh yeah, do we want cards like what's it called? Deadly Dispute? Just 2 mana, draw a card, make a sacrifice a creature or artifact, make a treasure. I'm not sure we actually want it. I've been increasingly less impressed with that card over time, but...
No, but I'd like a Deadly Relic.
Deadly Relic? Yeah, sure.
And a deflecting
Oh.
slot.
We get to be a Ruinous Ultimatum deck. And this is like... Okay, so, fun fact. I actually don't think you play Ruinous Ultimatum in most Mardu decks because you just aren't able to generate the mana for these decks because they usually play so aggressively. This is absolutely a Ruinous Ultimatum deck. This is so mean.
That being said, I think I'm going Damn and Ruinous Ultimatum and calling it good for my... Oh, and Blood Money for my board wipes because it's on theme. But
Yeah, we don't need any more than that. Absolutely. Like, 3 board wipes is plenty. This deck does like to be a little more controlling. It doesn't need to go super hard, super fast. Seize the Spoils. That was the 3 mana looter that at sorcery speed, but it makes a treasure.
Recruiter of the Guard might as well. I mean, probably not. I'm gonna keep the Imperial Recruiter.
Yeah, I'm fine with either one. I don't think I want any like Jessica's Wills or.
I don't need it.
No. Oh yeah, this card's kind of interesting. This is a lower power card, so it probably doesn't make it, but do we want to try out Inspired Tinkering? 5 mana Impulse Draw, and it makes 3 treasures. It's also an Impulse Draw until the end of your next turn, so definitely better for the lower power.
That is a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Impulse Draw, how much? Just 1 or?
Impulse Draw's 3.
That's actually
For 5, but it's a 5 mana card.
5 mana initial investment, we're refunded 3, so it's actually a 2 mana card plus draw 3?
Yeah. And I mean, it makes 3 treasures as well. So that's one of the few, like, it makes a lot of treasures just immediately.
I don't hate that.
I think it's neat.
Jason, is it bad that I, like, actively am looking at mana rocks and going, we don't need these? That's a,
It's
like,
a little
Soul
bad that
Ring
you're doing
Arcane
that.
Signet.
We still want a few of them, obviously, because, like, some of our treasure our treasure production tends to not be immediate. It tends to take time.
Yeah.
Plus, our creatures are not that, like, super evasive or anything. Is there any way we can make our creatures more evasive?
That's what I was trying to think.
I'm sorry, what is this color? Sorry, I'm still looking at other things while I'm scrolling down to artifacts and enchantments that might solve our problem. But Covetous Elegy, so 4 black-white for a sorcery, each player chooses up to 2 creatures they control, sacrifice the rest, then you create a trap treasure for each creature your opponents control.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
I don't know how good that is, but it's interesting, for sure.
Great. It's one of the clue cards. That's why I did not recognize it. Oh.
Inkle Shanker makes creatures harder to block. That gives everything first strike death touch?
Yeah, it gives all creatures first strike, death touch. Well, attacking creatures you control first strike and death touch.
I don't hate it.
Reasonable. Yeah. Oh, we are a Torment of Hailfire deck if we want to be.
We do
know
just
if we
make
want
a
to be.
metric fuck ton of mana.
It does.
But also that's lame, so...
True. How do we feel about Idol of Oblivion? Oh, wait, Skullclamp is fucking hilarious here. Hold on. Skullclamp, you literally just get to pay 1, equip, use the treasure's ability, self-sacrifice itself to take the mana to pay for the next Skullclamp.
And draw 2 cards, net 2 cards each time. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, this is good stuff.
Exsanguinate over Torment? I mean, yeah, but I don't want to play either one.
Then just not play either. Let's see here. Is there anything else that's interesting? The One Ring, I mean, sure, but...
That card's lame.
Indeed. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, lame.
Thousand Moon Smithy, good card, but not the type of thing we're going to be playing here. We could Cloudstone Curio if we wanted to try comboing, but again,
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Um, Spiteful Banjury's not terrible. Oh yeah, Prosperous Partnership's actually like a decent card in this deck. Because it's just 3 mana. It's a 3 mana investment for tap 3 untapped creatures you control to make a treasure. So you're just a 3-for-1 conversion of treasures to more treasures.
That's
every
pretty
turn.
good.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. It's only something to. It's only really good on your turn, which is a little awkward, but that's okay. Soul Cauldron. Agatha Soul Cauldron? I don't think Agatha Soul... I actually don't think we're a great Agatha Soul Cauldron deck. Lotho is already in. Absolutely, Stormtrooper. We got that one.
Well, Lotho was like the first or second card I put in the deck.
How are we doing on card advantage? We got plenty of treasure production. How are we doing on like actually drawing cards?
Oh, we got a wheel.
We got 2 wheels.
We got a big score.
We got some looting.
Black Market Connections and
Smuggler's Share, and we got
Species Specialist.
Species Specialist. That's hot.
We got Skull Clamp.
Yeah, I think we're doing okay on. Okay, we're doing fine on
fine.
card advantage. I thought we might have been a little short, but no, we're looking pretty good here. Cyberman's Cauldron is a finisher. Yeah, it's fine. I do think that people are just going to struggle a little bit with just, here's this horde of tokens. Die. Let's see. What does Rakish Crew do? Makes mercenary. Whenever an outlaw you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life.
I'm sorry. I'm
Just 3
sorry.
mana.
This foil printing of Lotho cost how much?
Yikes.
Oh my god.
I do like that card a lot, so.
I love this card, but oh my god.
I need more Lothos. I need to buy more of them. How do we feel about Fable of the Mirror Breaker?
I don't.
It is a little medium.
It's so medium here.
Okay then. No Fable. Do we want Dahada at all?
I don't think we do.
I don't think she's necessary, no. I can also tell you now that we're not a 36 land deck.
Oh, we're like a 31 or 32 land deck.
Yeah. Like 31, 32, somewhere in that area. So that helps with making cuts in a moment, because we will need to. What error is this? I don't know what error that is. Not gonna worry about it. Mondrak is already in the deck. Right? Yeah. Yeah. He's just got a weird border on him at the moment.
Okay, fine. I will switch printing to this one. I don't know what this error is. I'm going to refresh the page.
Yep. Hope for the best. We lived.
Or I'll do this. There we go.
That's fine. Yeah, I think 31 is probably the right land count. It might be 32.
There we go.
Oh yeah, we can also be a Mox Opal deck if we want to.
Yeah, that's just good enough here.
Hey Kelvin, how's it going?
Ooh, interesting music.
Yeah, let's see. Is there any other utility artifacts we might be interested in? So I had like the Idol of Oblivion, which we don't really need the Idol of Oblivion, so fine there.
Yeah, I think we're okay on everything else.
Got a lot of mana here.
We have a lot of creatures.
We will be doing some trimming. Laughing. You got a sore throat? I'm sorry you feel that way, friend.
No.
Oh, Rosie Cotton? Rosie Cotton's kind of cool. I don't think we have any ways to, like, combo with her or do cool stuff, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. So, thinking about it, New Magna might end up being one of the weaker links when we get to actually cutting, but do we want to do mana first or lands first or no?
No.
No, you just want to get the number?
So I'm just going to hit add packages and trim
Are
down
we including
from
token
there.
dumps? We do have functionally 2 token doublers in the deck in the form of Zorn and Mondrak. We haven't included any more.
I don't think we're going to include any more.
Yeah. Monologue Tax is a reasonable card, but honestly, I've just been so unimpressed with it. I know it gives us more treasures, and that means potentially more damage and restricts our opponent's ability to how many spells they can make in a turn, but How do we feel about Micro Tyrant as a commander? It's good.
It's good.
Honestly, yeah. The Micro Tyrant's a fun commander. It's pretty good overall. You can build it as like the pure fungusy stuff, or you can build it a little bit more on the Descend focus. Just make sure that you remember that tokens do not permit you to Descend.
Yes.
That is a very common mistake that a lot of Micro Tyrant players make, is thinking that they can sacrifice a token to do their Descend trigger. Did I miss a Goldspan Dragon? No, Goldspan's in here, Goody. Right? We got Goldspan in there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There he is.
Don't you worry.
Look at that happy little boy. That's another dragon we get to get off of Magda if we want to.
That's a pretty good one to get off of Magda.
Yeah, it really is. Why are we making this so pretty? It's just the foil bug everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think Species Specialist has a foil version, does it?
It does not. Its only printing was in C19.
Mm-hmm.
That card needs a reprint.
Yes, it does. Okay. So...
We have 8 cuts to make Jason.
Okay, first thing, can we look at the curve? How we doing? Yeah, it's a lot of 3s.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by that in the least bit. Like, not at all. I was like, the second I started naming off cards, I was like, man, that is a lot of 3s. Smuggler's Share, Trouble in Pair. I believe we have Smuggler's Share in, don't we? Yeah, and I don't think we have Trouble in Pairs, do we?
No.
Yeah. Trouble in Pairs is the better card to play, but like Smuggler's Share, make it a treasure.
One of them has plagiarized artwork and the other one doesn't, so we're going to play the one that's not plagiarized.
Fair enough. Alright. So, first thing I want to do is I want to try to trim some of the higher cost cards. Don't need to trim a ton of them because, like, we are a treasures deck. Like, it's fine. I don't think we need to reprocess.
Yeah, I don't think we do either.
I think honestly, I'm not even sure we need the Pitiless Carnage, but it's interesting. It's a new card.
It's a new card.
I do think we are decent on card draw, so...
I think
this 1 mana thing?
This is good. This card is just actively good.
It's called Great Train Heist?
Yeah.
What is this? Sorry, it's a little small for me to read it, so I'm going to pull it up on my own and read it out loud. So, it is a 1 mana instant with Spree. For adding 2 and a red to it, you untap all creatures you control. There's an additional combat phase. Or if it's your combat phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. That's interesting that they specify combat phase for this one.
Yep.
That's cool. Then, for +2 colorless, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain first strike until end of turn. And for 1 red, you choose an opponent whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to that player this turn. Create a tapped treasure. Okay.
Yeah.
Uncool. That's one additional combat, and it makes some treasures.
Or I pay... Yeah, I think I'm just paying 5 into this every time.
Yeah. That's fine. We have a decent number of point removal spells. Are there any enchantments we don't want? Do we want Revel in Riches, honestly?
No.
I
keep trying to play this card.
It's fun, but yeah, we don't need it. I do like the Rain of Riches, that's fun.
I've been trying to find a deck to play it in. I'm gonna cut.
I like the partnership. You sure?
I think I want to cut it.
That's fine then. There's another 3 drops. 3s are the other area I want to start making cuts.
The other thing is like, it's going to be actively hard to cut our creatures even at 3 mana because most of them are fucking insane. So
yeah, I don't think any of our artifacts go.
No.
I think all of them are good. I still want to try out the Bottle Cap Blast, but I think we can remove a point removal spell. Yeah, Rollick's one of them, or SWAT, depending on what you want to do.
I'd much rather keep the SWAT because it is just protection for Vhon.
Yeah, it's the unique effect. We are a little bit lacking in protection for our commander.
Yeah.
What does Prosper do again?
Oh, whenever you
play a card from it.
Exile.
I don't think we want Prosper. think Prosper's
fine.
fine, but I don't think we need it. I like the Dracosaur. I like it more than Prosper, at least.
I think I like all of these above 4 cards.
Yeah, the Curve Toppers are good. Olivia's a little okay, but, like, she's also just another way for us to go infinite, right? Or, no, she makes tap treasures, right?
No, she makes untapped.
Oh, she makes untapped.
Yep.
Then I'm fine with her. She, again, another way to go infinite with the aggravated assault, which is cool. Benny, my boy, I'm cool with you.
Mayhem Devil's just insane.
Prosper is an outlaw. Yeah.
He is. He's one of the best
Yeah,
outlaws.
it's a warlock with outlaw. Yeah, it's an outlaw, but I mean, it's just first right, or it's vigilance and it'd be a vigilant haste death toucher, which is like, sure, it's one point of damage here and there.
1/4. 1/4. I'm not.
Yeah, it's just a creature. Yeah, it's mainly just a creature for investing damage. How many pingers do we have? We actually have plenty of card draw. We can remove one more piece of card draw if we want. I think 2 mana the new Magda probably goes. We're not committing enough crimes.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Fireweaver's okay.
I'm getting the Dredger out of here.
That's fine.
Oh, whoops.
Do we want Aven Interrupter?
Card disc goes in every white deck, Jason.
It's fine. Yeah, I don't mind it.
I just like it as an interaction piece more than anything. Also, it is an outlaw, so.
Sure. Hey, Opposition Agent's an outlaw. That's mean, but I'm not putting it in this deck.
I'm not putting it in this deck. I'll put the counter spell in the deck. I'm not putting Oppo Agent in.
Yeah. Well, Mary gives it to Mercenaries, Assassins, and Rogues, right?
Yep.
Yes, Mercenary, Assassins, and Rogues. Okay, so even an Instigator works well with Mary then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is the worst card here just Jane Jansen at this point? Or
honestly, Crime Novelist is probably one of the weaker ones.
I think we can cut it pretty safely then.
Yeah, is that or one of the sorcery, like instants or sorceries that's like just a draw spell?
Yeah, we have enough. I think we've got enough. Also, it's not an outlaw, so it's kind of rough.
That's fine. We don't have a lot of ETBs for Cloudstone Curio, but also we're not trying to like abuse Dockside. We're just like Dockside's a good card in the deck because Dockside's just a good card. We don't need it to be the entire focus of the deck.
Well, we already done Benu. Dockside's a good card.
Mm-hmm. We're more here just having a great time with the fact that we get to play Species Specialist and name Assassin. Just sacrifice our treasures to draw 1,000,000 cards. Like, let's go.
We're also foil pilled in this household, so we're gonna be getting all the good arts. Don't mind me.
Sure.
I didn't even know this was an artwork for this.
Yep. Let's coffin dance.
I'm kind of down. I kind of love it.
We're just gonna coffin dance over here. All right. This is pretty good.
I love it.
This one didn't take very long to do. We only did like 45 minutes because we said treasure, go in deck.
If treasure, it go in.
His treasure does cool stuff.
Is there a good Ruinous Ultimatum?
Should be a foil full art one.
There's also the Surge foil with Caesar on it.
Yeah, whichever one you want. Both are good.
There's no good Blood Money? Oh, there is a full art foil Blood Money.
Let's go.
If you can't tell, guys, I'm stalling for time.
What are you stalling for time on? I'm over here just like, this is good. I'm having fun.
Foil pilled.
But yeah, no, I like this deck. I'm just trying to think if there's anything that I'm like any adjustments I would want to make. Because again, I think the 31 lands actually make sense here. Hey, Will Spain, how you doing?
Will Spain, how's it going?
We have just we're basically done with the first deck that we're doing today. Let me go back to that Blackest Magic one. Come on now.
No, I'm gonna use this one.
Fine.
The The Sheldon secret lair soul ring.
That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Fine. Can't say no to that.
Like, also,
Cover in Darkness? Cover
also,
in Darkness is actually kind of interesting.
This is the new best arcane signet, right, Jason?
I'm sorry, that's an arcane signet?
Yeah.
My life sitting over here just like, I'm sorry, what is this nonsense you're putting in front of me? Alright.
Right.
Oh, that one doesn't have a foil. Rip.
Damn. Anyways, we're playing it.
Alright. Do we want to actually do mana or just leave it? I'd say we do the mana.
There we go. Let's get the obvious.
We're just gonna go full force on it.
Da, 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 da.
Well, we definitely don't need that many, or rather, we don't need many basics at all.
I know. I'm just cutting. Mm-hmm. I'm cutting off color fetches out. I don't even know that we actually want / need any fetches.
I hate it either way. You just need Holy Cow to say Holy Cow. Yeah.
That card is card's absurd.
I trust me, I'm going to be saying Holy Cow a lot when I play Limited. So.
Oh my god, dude, that card. It's too good.
Yeah, we'll say it. Welcome to the group of players, or the 2 players on SmoothBrainEDH who are sufficiently Mardu build. Because like, I just got done buying a bunch of foils for my Kalia deck that's not showing up because images. So
fun fact, I have 4 Mardu decks to build this summer.
Oh boy, Mardu summer continues, you say.
We've got we got this one. And we got Vhon here. Then we got I got to actually put together Mr. House because Chandler gave me a Surge foil Mr. House.
Later, I'm going to take this link from you and I'm going to actually change it over so it's not the foil expensive versions and see how cheaply I can make this deck, because I do actually want to make this deck. It's super nice. I have not played with treasure decks literally at all.
This one.
So
we're also anime pilled in this household too. So
I mean, you are. I love my anime, but man, I do like separating the hobbies a little bit. Thinking about changes to the mana base. Hold on, let me.
So for actuality, we're cutting like.
Oh, we're down to like no basics, honestly.
Hence why I said I don't even know that we play.
Yeah, I think I get Prismatic Vista out of here. Yeah, Prismatic Vista out. We're still gonna play duels or no? I'm fine with it. So let's get Spire of Industry in here.
Yep.
Because this is a not perfect, but a good Spire of Industry deck.
I'm down.
Let's see. Luxury, Sweet.
I like me. I do appreciate me some Battlebond lands.
Yeah, Battlebond lands are sick. So we need Spectator Seating. And we need Vault of Champions. Then we get into... Alright, so what are your feelings on the newer lands that, like, they come into play tapped if you control 2 other lands? I generally like them, but I know they're not for everyone, and this is a deck that's playing low to the ground on its lands, so...
I think I'd much rather play the ones that come in untapped if I have 2 lands.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion on fast lands versus
I generally prefer the... I generally prefer the ones that, like Haunted Ridge and Sundown Pass. I generally prefer those lands over playing some other things. We probably do want to put in a basic mountain. Just as... Yeah, we already have 1 mountain, 1
I have
plains,
one of each.
Okay, that's fine then.
We're not Blood Moon pilled. Do not worry.
Yeah, Outlaw's Merriment only making 1/3.
Actually, Jason, you wanted to slam a Blood Moon in this deck?
No. I would like to not be Blood Moon gaming today. Do we want Pain Lands?
I like Pain Lands.
Pain Lands good. So did we get Shattered Sanctum in there?
Probably not.
Yeah, let's get Shattered Sanctum, and I mentioned Sundown Pass already. Yeah, we got that one. Cool. Let's see, which paintlands do we have here? So we need Caves of Koilos. Got Battlefield Forge, and do you have Sulphur Springs? Nope, need that one. Sulphurous.
There we go.
Alright, cool. We're up to 27 lands. So red is our base color, so we want more red lands than other.
Oh,
Do we want to surveil land or no? I don't feel like we do.
I don't think we want... Well, we do need to... If we're going to play fetch lanes, we need more than just 6 targets for it.
I mean, well, we have 9 targets. I think for 3 fetch lands, that's plenty. Sword of Wealth and Power.
Card's hot.
It's cool. We don't have it in here currently.
I don't think it has a home here, but it is hot.
Wolfsman, you were thinking of building Mr. House or Rose, and then Loot everything came out. Honestly, Rose is a super hot deck. Like, don't sleep on that one.
Rose is sick. Loot is...
It's cool. I'm fine with them.
I'm gonna hold my tongue on Loot since we're on stream.
Yeah, Matt is clearly not a big fan of Loot, and that is fine. Not from a power level perspective, just from a gameplay perspective.
Look, all you have to do is draw a mushroom on his head, and I really hate him. So, Jason gets that reference.
Thank you, Tito. Very cool. I wouldn't mind putting in our red fast lands. Actually, we have City of Brass and such. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So long as it's red lands, I don't really mind playing the fast lands. So that would be... God, what are the name of those ones?
See, yeah.
The red one. Red-black is Blackleaf Cliffs. And red-white is Inspiring Vantage. Mahadi and Pitiless Splendor replacing treasures in this deck? Yeah. Huge fan of those 2 cards in here. I've been wanting a Mahadi deck for a while, man. I love the design of Mahadi, but it's really hard to make it really feel great. Mines of Moria.
I'm down for a Mines of Moria.
Yeah, it's a red land as well.
But also make it.
Okay, now the question is, do we want our last land to be an MDFC? Like Shatter Skull Smashing?
I like me a good old Shatter Skull.
I'm cool with it. The other thing we could do is we didn't put any like the black utility lands in, but also like
I don't think we need
that's
them.
Fine. Yeah, like I don't really feel a need for Castle Locthwain, Urborg.
We don't have enough black pips in this deck to warrant that.
No, we really don't need it. Like we are a very. Like, can we actually scroll down to the color split here because like I'm sure it's insane. Actually less than I was expecting. Like, but that's a lot of red. Only 50% of the deck is red.
Well, we're playing a red deck disguised as a Mardu deck.
Yes.
Like,
it is functionally a mono red deck just playing good removal.
Like, it's pretty good.
Okay, that one does have a foil.
It does. And we at SmoothBrain are foil pilled.
How stupidly expensive is this deck just because you foiled it out?
Oh, they're
well, you put it in that one too.
No, I'm gonna put in the one I actually own.
Treasure Vault. So, Michael, I'm not a huge fan of putting Treasure Vault into the deck. Not that it's a bad land necessarily. It's just that we're a 31 land deck.
Yeah, we need our colored pips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a very, very hard time putting in any colorless lands. For example, I wouldn't mind putting like Ancient Tomb in this deck, but realistically, we don't have the ability to do that so much. We really want to make sure our colored pips are covered.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And now we foil pill the you're gonna expedition. Is there a way for you to change your default? Oh no, you have to set it to preference.
I have to actually put preference in, and then I could make a package that would have all of my printings that I normally use for all of these.
Well, wait, how low to the ground is this deck? It is decently low to the ground. It is a
2.19 with lands, 3.14 without lands.
Yeah, 3.14. So that's honestly, like, we are really going kind of greedy on our land count. But that's also because this is a treasure deck. If this wasn't a treasure deck and we were doing this, we would be insane. Shinka and Phyrexian Tower. Phyrexian Tower is a colorless land by default. And I'm not really sure what we would want to sacrifice aside from our treasures, which already produce a mana. So that doesn't really fix a problem. And as for Shinka,
Shinka's okay.
It's okay. But it's another, like, it's basically a basic when we're trying really hard to make sure we get our colors fixed. Which, honestly, we maybe don't need to try that hard, because, again, it's a treasure deck, but I like having really good mana. I like having really clean mana. The commander doesn't also make treasures. Yeah, that is a little surprising. That does seem like something that you would normally get in the current design space. Like, Vihaan not making treasures is genuinely interesting, though. It does tell you... I really like that design, though, because it is telling you, hey, put as many of this effect into your deck as possible, because you can't get it from your commander.
And also, if Vhon made treasures, he'd actually be broken?
I mean, if you're just changing him so all he does is add treasures to the deck...
Oh, no. He has his abilities here, and then he also makes a treasure at upkeep.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, if you make it so that you just add another line of text to this guy, yeah, like that would just be broken territory, whereas this is powerful but fun.
Mm-hmm. Alright, what mountains do we want? Ooh.
It's a breath of fresh air that it doesn't do. Yeah, it doesn't give you everything.
Exactly.
It doesn't give you everything you want, therefore it's a breath of fresh air. Weird.
Oh, don't worry. If we want to have stuff giving us everything we want, just wait like a month and a half. As soon as MH3 stuff comes out. Me and Jason both know.
My wallet's gonna hate me. I bought too many foils this past week. And now I'm over here gonna buy so many more. I gotta get my cons fetches in foil.
I'm gonna wait till I open a box.
Sundown Pass in your basic or your last two foils, or?
Ooh.
I didn't realize.
Sundown Pass do we want? That looks sick.
I didn't realize Sundown Pass was in the Doctor Who stuff. Or if I do, I have promptly forgotten, and that looks quite nice, actually.
Yeah. Oh.
All the whole space station theme's a little weird. Ooh. Thunder Junction basics. Right. The negative space basics are cool.
Alright, there we go. Now we're successfully shiny build as well.
Which I can want You want to do a From Exile deck? If you want the easiest From Exile deck that is like really, really good,
how about
there's
Prosper?
War Doctor. The War Doctor.
How about Prosper?
Why not Prosper? You got all those options.
I mean, Prosper is the second easiest now. The War Doctor's usurped him, unfortunately.
Not your favorite lands, but what about changing lands for Reflecting Pool and Forbidden Orchard from the Pain lands? Because I actually think the Pain lands are, if I was going to make any changes, I would probably change the fast lands as opposed to changing those two, because the consistency of Pain lands is really, really nice. You got 40 life, use it.
Yeah.
Alright. So... Oh yeah, you got some artifacts to work with.
We got artifacts that we got to get the correct printings of.
All the foils.
Like I said, we're shiny pilled here in SmoothBrainEDH. Go look at Resident Shiny Pilled Man Seth mail day post in our Discord.
Yeah, if you would like to see some very, very foil... The OG Expedition. He bought OG Expeditions for his Kipo deck.
Like the full
unbelievably
set.
foil filled. What is
the full set too? Like I I bought a singular one recently, but like I bought a filter land, but not the full set of expeditions.
I think he said the only one he didn't buy is the Wooded Foothills, right, or something like that, and it's coming later.
Uh,
Or did he actually buy it and it's just waiting on it?
he bought that and he's waiting on it. Hasn't come up.
Okay, that was it.
Yet. He said he didn't get any of the blue lands.
Fair enough. All right.
Shiny pilled.
So here's our shiny pilled deck. It costs $3,000.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
I think the deck's just honestly kind of sick overall. I like everything that's going on here. I can't really see any like immediate changes I would definitely make. You know, maybe Wily Goblin's a little
Goblin's
because it only makes one treasure, but it's fine. I'm trying to think if there's any other like 2-drop creature that consistently makes treasures compared to Wily Goblin, so it's like it's fine. Could play like what is the name of that 1-mana 1/1 goblin that when it dies it makes a treasure and has Encore? Could play that thing, but
yeah, but also it's kind of hard to get rid of.
It's true. That one is a pirate, so like there's something to be said there. But again, Wily Goblin just consistently makes a treasure, so I don't hate it.
2-mana 3/3s or 2-mana 4/4s are always good, Jason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
All the cards here, honestly, just it's good. The core of the deck's good. I like this. I think it's very cool.
Obnixilis is such an incredibly broken card. It can be, depending on how high a power level you're at.
It's good.
It is good. Do not get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, incredibly broken depends on the power level. When you're up in CDH territory and that thing's drawing
What in the world is a Buckner's?
10 cards.
What is Buckner's Everfull Purse? 2 mana, pay 1, tap, roll a d4, create that many treasure tokens. The player to your right gains control of it. No. Why am I giving my opponent's treasures? Stop this.
Now I would be kind of interested in the one guy that rolls a d20 to make treasures when he attacks.
Oh, is that the ogre?
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. I mean, he only makes 1 treasure or 2 treasures, right?
Yeah.
I could see it. But, no, I like this. Ancient Copper's in the deck. We absolutely have Ancient Copper in here.
Oh yeah, don't you worry. Wherever.
You have it sorted by mana value now.
Right. There it is.
There it is. Look at it all. It's $133 foily goodness. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Matt. What the fuck?
Shit, even the regular foils are $80, Jason.
That's true, because the regular card is still like $60.
Yeah. The base printing of the card is $65.
Charming Scoundrel over Wily Goblin.
I can see it.
No, that's actually just a 1-for-1 change that we should make. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Good call.
Yeah. There we go.
That one's got a full art. That's the real reason we chose it.
True.
Good choice. Good recommendation. All right. So with that, we ready to move on to the second deck of the day?
Let me pull it up and go BRB real quick.
All right. I don't know if we're going to go for the CDH build or not, so we're going to put that to the chat.
Here, Jason, make a poll for the chat.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if I actually can.
Hey.
Let me figure that out. Can I make a poll?
I can start a poll.
Not currently. I cannot. I'm sorry. I'm useless.
Lazaz? Lazav?
Yeah. Lazav.
Lazav.
Yeah. This one's Familiar Stranger. All right. Are we ready, kids?
And then we're going to go CEDH. Or regular commander. Star pool. There we go. All right, chat.
All right. Chat, story time. So, if you guys are unfamiliar with the Mind Sculptors, they are a podcast, a CEDH podcast. They're very useful for like analyzing meta breakdowns, and they were doing a set review video, and they were not sure why they included Lazav on the list. And the more they talked about it, the more convinced they were that there's maybe something here. I am fully convinced that Lazav is a viable CEDH commander, but I'm not sure if we want to do that for the sake of our stream right now. So, take a moment, answer the poll. Do you want to see Lazav, Familiar Stranger, as a CEDH deck or a regular commander deck? For those of you unaware of what this is the uncommon Lazav from the set. It's 1 blue and a black for a 1/4 legendary creature shapeshifter. Whenever you commit a crime, put a 1/1 counter on Lazav, and then you may exile a card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, Lazav can become a copy of it until end of turn. This ability triggers only once each turn. Looks like votes are primarily saying we want to do this as a regular deck.
All right. Our audience is not CDH build, Jason.
That's fine. It just means you'll see a little bit more diversity in the card types as well. Like, it's not all going to be the same counter spells and whatnot.
They don't see the truth, Jason.
They don't see the truth. That's fine.
Let's see. We're gonna need these 2 websites for this one.
If chat doesn't do it, then I'll probably do this on my own independently some other time. But I think this card absolutely can make it as a CDH commander. It's very reasonable.
All right, chat. Bada bing. Bada boom.
Let's start with that 36 wastes.
Oh yeah. We must brew our decks correctly.
Alright. And chat has absolutely spoken. 66% saying that they would like to see this as a regular commander deck. So we are going to build this as a regular commander deck. X-Parasite got to be in here. Oh yeah, absolutely. We're going to get plenty of good, free commit and crime effects. So, like, I know we're not on lands yet, but Soured Springs, absolutely we're putting the land in here that commits crime.
We're gonna put all the crime stuff in here.
Wolfsbane would like to see Satoru Mizawa. Yeah, Satoru is one of the other commanders we were debating having for this one, because, that deck goes hard.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, one of our patrons, Getty, has brewed the absolute meme lord deck for it, and it looks really fun.
The Rooftop Storm Zombies deck with 0 zombies in it. We can't compete with that.
We can't compete with that, and it's also kind of hot.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so the god face.
I hate these one posters, by the way.
That's crazy looking. Okay, so we're gonna want looting effects, Entomb Reanimate effects, because honestly, why not just reanimate our own things again?
Reanimate, there's Entomb.
We're probably big fans of... I don't know if we actually want Unmarked Grave. Probably do. But we definitely want Buried Alive. Speaking of committing crimes, thoughts on both Vraska and Marchesa? You have strong opinions on Marchesa.
Marchesa is fucking good.
I think she's a good commander. I don't think she's broken, but I think she's good. And Vraska's interesting. If she didn't have that 1 mana restriction, like that 1 mana cost restriction for her ability, she would be insane. But adding that 1 mana tax to getting those tokens is like, it's actually pretty meaningful.
It is meaningful, but also she's making them into treasures, which is like
Right.
super insane. So much better than making them into food.
Absolutely.
So, it's kind of like, I don't know, she might be a little underrated, but not by much.
Yeah, I don't know. She's one of those ones that I gotta mess with or see in play to really get a strong opinion on. But generally speaking, I do think she's good.
What other crime committers do we have?
How many crimes would we like to commit? We would like to commit all the crimes.
Yay.
Do we want Eater of the Dead in here or not? We can.
I don't remember what Eater of the Dead does, so let me add it in. Just to
He's
see.
one of those infinite crime outlets.
Huh.
Yeah, it just untaps him, but you can target the same thing multiple times to get an infinite number of committing crimes. We don't care about an infinite number of committing crimes, though. We just care about being able to do it once a turn.
Yeah, this isn't Marchesa, where we want to do it a bajillion times. Or
Right.
Thrilling Encore. Thrilling Encore and Vhon. Interesting.
Wait, for Vihaan, or is that for...
That's for Vhon. It's at all the artifact creatures. To cast it.
Well, that wouldn't work for that. I think this might be referring to for Vraska. Because that, like... we're not brewing Vraska at the moment, but I will take a quick look at what she does exactly, because I can't remember if she puts them into play under your control or if you make a token copy. No creature dies, you may return to the battlefield tapped under your control. Yeah, I think that works. I'd have to look at what exactly Thrilling Encore does to make that work, but yeah, that's a cool one. That's a cool piece of tech. Alright, now for our big reanimator boy over here, though. What is... These cards all just say prosperity at the top, and I can never tell what they actually say. Unlicensed. Okay. Oh, so you can target the thing, and you would still be able to get to do that? That's pretty cool. Unlicensed is nice little tech here.
Yeah, that's really nice tech. Phage.
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 Yep. Oh yeah, it doesn't care if we're legendary or non-legendary here. Let's go.
I remember how Phage single-handedly changed her rating up a point.
Yep. Hey, you can just phage this. Right. Okay. One more. Okay, do we want to be milling ourselves or opponents, or do we want to just be looting our own deck and just trying to reanimate our own things?
I like looting my deck.
Okay. So we are Windfall Gaming.
Yep.
We are... we're not like Time Twister Gaming, but...
I'm Treasure Cruise Gaming.
Do be Treasure Cruise Gaming. That is fine by me. We also can be Mesmeric Orb Gaming. I like that one. Dermotaxi... I never really liked Dermotaxi very much, but... we are definitely pondering the orb there.
Oh, it works so well with Argisa, too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Court of Cunning. For the big mill? I need a good Court of Cunning, but I'm not a huge fan of introducing the Monarch.
That's true.
I'm not sure how well we're actually going to be able to, like, control it. You know?
Jace Wielder.
We want to go for, like, milling ourselves out?
What is the name of this Jace? Is it Wielder?
Jace Wielder of Mysteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going for that. We're going for that type of game plan. We want to actually try to, like, mill ourselves out.
Well, I mean, we need a way to fill up our graveyard, so...
Oh, sure. There's a fun... Well, okay, so do we want to, like, just self-mill ourselves for high amounts?
Yeah.
Okay, then we can just, like, you know, glimpse the unthinkable ourselves if we want to. I don't want to do Traumatize. What's the name of that Jace that, like, mills for 20 or some stupid number? It's the Forgotten Jace. Memory Adept, I think is it?
Jace Memory Adept.
The one everyone forgets about.
Target player puts the top 10.
10, yeah. That's a pretty good number.
Also, it's a pretty good crime committer.
Oh yeah, that does commit crimes. Hey! That's pretty good. Jace Perfected Mind?
Yeah.
We could do Jace Perfected Mind, potentially.
I don't know.
That one does mill for 15 if we wanted to. And the uptick is also committing a crime, I think? don't know. Not sure on that one.
What the heck is
Blue Chase and Flip Rona.
What the heck is this Verona's name?
Herald of Invasion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure. But, if we're going to do, like, 2-mana looters, we can do Vhon and... Or not Vhon. Vohar. Vohar and Likeness Looter are cards that we could potentially play. Peer into the Abyss.
No.
Maybe. I mean, that's a little hard to do. It would be interesting if we're doing that with, like... So, let's say we do a free mana way of committing a crime. Which, by the way, Gitaxian Probe, absolutely in this deck. It would be like a free way of committing a crime, turning our commander into something big, and then we use sacrifice to get the mana to pay for it. That's an interesting way of going about that. You could potentially do something like Razaketh as the line to make that happen.
Don't worry,
Glimpse of the
Kelvin.
Unthinkables in the deck.
Glimpse is here.
Do we include Rise from the Dark Realms or Breach the Multiverse? Probably. At minimum, I like Breach the Multiverse
I like
just
Breach.
because it does mill ourselves for 10.
The bear
Which is
one.
just cool stuff.
Thought Scour?
We do.
I'm down for a Thought Scour.
Yeah, Thought Scour, Mental Note. Both are fine. Codex Shredder. That is both a crime and a mill.
Frantic
I
Search?
dig it.
I like
Frantic
being a good
Search?
Frantic
Absolutely.
Search.
Yeah, a good Frantic Search. A Teresian Mindbreaker deck. Potentially. We do want to mill ourselves more than we want to mill our opponents, but it's reasonable. A lot of these mill effects do just kind of target your opponent's stuff. Hey, we can play Drown on the Lock in this deck. Let's go! Yeah, we can be a Drown on the Lock deck!
Hey, Jason, how do you like the spicy intuition here?
The spicy intuition. Okay, what are we doing with intuition? Or just getting like 3 creatures and going, yeah,
Pick one.
okay. Okay, sure. Targets an opponent too, commits a crime.
Yep.
Okay, sure. I'm fine with it. Do we want Hullbreaker Horror and Archon Cruelties? Probably. I mean, okay.
I could be down for an Archon.
Yeah. Hullbreaker, we might stay away from Hullbreaker just because that might oopsie infinite if we aren't planning to. I don't know if we plan to oopsie infinite, though.
Probably not.
That is
just a safe
as a
bet.
chat, you tell me. Here, we probably want to actually just like get generic interaction in the deck to know how much space we have to do other stuff. So, counterspell.
Oh, mana drain.
Yep, counterspell, mana drain. Are we doing any free spells?
We'll put the Fierce in.
I think. Yeah, I mean the 0 mana ones are particularly good. Oh wait, this is like okay. Can we be a foil deck?
Yeah.
And I will defend my point here. As part of the cost for foil, you discard the cards.
Okay. I like it.
This is just funny. Free interaction is really good in this deck. Did we get the Deadly Rollick? We can do Deadly Rollick as well. Matzalant. What? Hang on. What is Matzalanti the Greater Door? Or the Great...
Sure. It's a 3-mana looter effect on an artifact.
Just loots, that's all?
Yep.
And transforms into
the core.
Permanent types. You have to get multiple permanent types into your graveyard. That's a little difficult, but that's not the worst. Number of permanent cards in your graveyard, a lot of mana. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Why not?
It's neat. It's a new card, or newer card. I haven't seen it in play before, so why not try it out?
Whispering Madness.
Yes, Whispering Madness is good. Not sure about Paranoid Delusions. I'm actually unfamiliar with that one. What does Paranoid Delusions do? Cipher card for target player, mills 3. No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah. It's a pretty weak mill effect. still say Court of Cunning since it targets multiple players and for a crime plus mill. Maybe I'm very, very wary of introducing the Monarch. Because, like, this is not going to be a deck that's great at taking back the Monarch. Or at least it's a terrible deck at defending the Monarch. It will get punched very easily.
The only card that defends the Monarch super well is Bowman. Keep that in mind.
And Bow Boy pretty good. Alright, do we have any more... Are we a Swan Song deck? Maybe we're a Swan Song deck.
I mean, sure. Why not?
It's good.
We're probably this gaming. Since we're playing Commander.
Yeah, you're right.
We're playing Blue and Commander. We're probably resting gamers.
We're playing Blue and Commander, so we're drawing cards? Damn, that's crazy.
Damn.
How good? I wonder if there's a board wipe we can do that targets. Well, I mean, there's always Cyclonic Rift, but, like...
We're probably putting that in anyways.
Finale. Life's Finale is a way to do that, but I don't really like Life's Finale. 6 mana board wipe.
Do we Notion Thief?
Do we add Notion? Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We are here to be an obnoxious individual. By the way, Ledger Shredder is good in this deck.
Yeah, it is.
Do we want our Fairy Mastermind as well, or it's just kind of generic card draw?
Yeah.
Invasion of Fiora targets on the backside.
Does.
I know. I don't remember all the words on that Marchesa, but
she might. She might actually.
Let me see. So, front side is a 6-mana board wipe that destroys all legendary or non-legendary creatures. Your choice. Oh, you can do both, actually. You can just destroy all creatures. Forgot about that. And then the backside has Menace. Is a 3/6 with Menace and Death Touch. Whenever Marchesa attacks, remove all counters from up to one target permanent. Okay. So that does commit a crime.
Mm-hmm.
And at the beginning of your upkeep, if you haven't been dealt damage since your last turn, you draw a card and lose a life. I like this card.
This card is good.
It's probably fine. We can play it if we want.
I'm gonna put.
I would like it to commit the crime on the front side as opposed to the back side, but that's fine. And we do have some agency to, like, 0 mana away, commit a crime. Oh yeah, baubles. We need baubles.
Urza's Bauble.
Mishra's Bauble.
Here we go.
Those commit crimes in fun ways. But we do have the ability to, like, 0 mana, turn Lazav into a non-legendary, and then destroy all legendary creatures if we want to. So we can always bend that board wipe in a way where it doesn't kill Lazav.
Oh, he doesn't keep his name. Huh.
Yeah.
I did not notice that.
Ooh, River's Rebuke. Yeah, that does target. That's not bad. Here we go. Cephalid Coliseum. Absolutely. Yes. Cephalid Coliseum 100% deserves to be in this deck. It's just we haven't gotten to the lands yet.
We'll get to it when we get there.
Ooh, do we want to play Nuclear Fallout? It doesn't target.
No, but you know what does?
Bats? Bats. Alright. Sure. $14 common land. Let's go!
Huge!
War Ashiok targets and mills yourself. I believe it only targets if you... Or rather, it only commits a crime if you target yourself. But War Ashiok does work. It does remove people's graveyards, though, which might not be what we want.
Ooh.
This was a point that they brought up in the Mind Sculptors podcast, and we wanted to talk about it. If you technically wanted to try to, you could do, like, Grafdigger's Cage if you wanted to go light on your own removal, or your own reanimation effects to make it so it's not so good for your opponents, but...
Or...
Brain Freeze? I don't think we're targeting, or I don't think we're comboing enough to make Brain Freeze reasonable.
Psychic Frog.
Psychic Frog? Oh yeah, that's a new card that's coming out in MH3, right?
Yep. Not quite out just yet.
What do you do again, Psychic Frog? So, 2 mana, 1/2 frog. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, draw a card, discard a card, put a 1/1 counter on it, and then exile 3 cards from your graveyard. Psychic Frog gains flying until end of turn. Not a bad card. Doesn't quite fit what we want, though. It's like there's no targeting here. No crime to be committed. It just draws cards. It gets big. Could be okay, though. Not sure. Foil.
Hedron Crab? Hedron Crab does commit crimes.
Hedron Crab does commit a lot of crime. We are big fans of Hedron Crabs committing crime. The commander for this one is Lazav, Familiar Stranger. This is the new Lazav that whenever you commit a crime, you get a 1/1 counter on Lazav. You can exile a card from a graveyard. If it was a creature, Lazav can become a copy of it. You can only do it once each turn, but he thick.
He
will get thick real. This is like Mirko again, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a lot like Mirko.
This is just worse Mirko.
Different Mirko. I'm not actually convinced it's worse than Mirko.
I am.
I do know the Surveil combo makes Mirko better, so that's a big benefit.
Oh, and also, I don't have to exile, and I can get rid of finality counters semi-easily. So...
True. One other nice thing we can play here is we have the option to play with Tainted Indulgence and other like instant speed looting effects that you normally wouldn't play, or you can do the sorcery speed ones as well. For example, we could mess with what's that 2 mana one that people used to play, Charter Course? Check out Tooth Collector.
Huh. Jason. This Palantir. Palantir of Orthane.
That's fine.
You can play it. Kind of down.
Yeah. Generally speaking, most people when they play with Palantir, the general play pattern is you mill the first card, and then from there you just let them draw every turn.
That's fine.
It's fine. It's not super powerful or anything, but it's a fine card.
It's gaming.
Careful Study? Careful Study is a card we can play, yeah. I think Careful Study is worth playing, honestly.
Yeah.
Probably don't want Hapless Researcher, though. It's not quite as good. Checking out Tooth Collector. So I did look at Tooth Collector here, and I am thinking about one thing very... Target creature opponent gets -1/-1 until end turn. So there is no... We have to do that every turn.
Yes.
So I didn't think about this until now, but anything that requires us to do this on our upkeep actually removes agency from us, because we are now forced to do Lazav's ability, and Lazav's ability only triggers once each turn. So I actually want to make sure we're not doing too many, like, at the beginning of my upkeep, trigger this effect. Because if there's... Yeah. I would much rather choose when we trigger Lazav's ability other than forcing ourselves to do it. Also, we need to get some big fatties in the deck because we do not have many.
Mm-hmm.
We're at that point where we need to decide what are we reanimating. We can do Razcat if we want to do some combo stuff. We can do the Terizian Mindbreaker, which is just a fine card overall. What does Scion of Darkness do? Deals combat damage to player. You may have you put target player from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Neat. It has cycling 3.
What is that?
Sure. Scion of Darkness. Just a big old trampling avatar. Doesn't fly, but it tramples.
Neat.
Yeah. Neat card. Cool. We Consuming Apparition. Ooh, we get to play the Ancient Dragons. Because we don't care so long as we get that effect once. The other one's Ancient Silver.
Yep. Oh, don't you worry, Jason. I know my ancient dragons.
Kelvin, you want to link your Runa list? Yeah, go ahead. I'll take a look at it and see if there's anything in particular out of there that we want to look. But I do also have EDH rec up at the moment, so.
Ancient copper, ancient sulfur. What other big dumb things? I mean, the obvious ones like Hallbreaker, Horror, Tidespout, Tyrant. But then it is way too easy to just oops into something.
I think here. Hold on. Okay, so we got a lot of recommendations. We got like Glenalendra. That's like Glenalendra Archmage. There's potentially something you can do with Glenalendra Archmage and Lazav. Although I don't really like the idea of resetting Lazav's power. Because we do want to try to build up those counters and stick them. You linked in the Discord? Okay, cool. I'll take a look. That will require me to look away from this for just a second.
I'm just going to get some other cards that I know need to go in this deck.
Yeah. So let's see. What do we have here? We have Agent of Treachery. Okay, we don't take advantage of the ETB on that, so not going to use that one. Arching Despair, if we want to try to one-shot somebody. Because we do maintain our one-shot, our 1/1 counters, so there may be something to be said of that. Burning Rune, we don't get the ETB. Consecrated Sphinx. You know, if in response to somebody's big draw effect, you're doing Con Sphinx, that's actually kind of cool. And also, Con Sphinx is just a good card, so, like, yeah, I'm cool with it. Junji is on a Dice trigger, not a huge fan of that. Massacre Worm, don't get the ETB. Sphinx of the Second Sun.
Sphinx of the Second
I don't
Sun
think
is interesting, but it's not particularly
Yeah, I don't think we take a good enough advantage of it. Void Winnower. No.
Yeah.
It's fun. I do like this deck, but...
that's a funny card.
Yeah, this deck is fun and interesting. It's just... Nah, too much of the stuff is ETBs because the Runo deck is, reanimating straight to play, whereas we're doing... Like, we have like a 50-50 on whether or not we're going to get an ETB or if we're going to get a... if we just want the passive ability. I think there's some cool stuff in here. Oh, Progress Tyrant. That's a fun one. He does it until end of turn, so we do get in-step triggers. Which means we could do Jin-Gitaxi's Core Augur if we just need a big draw 7. Not the best one.
I'm not sure they play this Jin.
That's fine by me. Yeah. I like that. Well, I do like that Jin. I just like the issue of, like, we need to actually reanimate him and have him stick in play, as opposed to Lazav and then just do our thing. So, a little awkward, but not bad. Okay. So, again, we probably are not a 36 land deck. We'll probably be a 34 land deck, if I had to guess. And have we done much of our ramp package yet? Got Demir's Signet, right? Nope.
Soul Ring, Talisman of Dominance.
Yeah, we don't have much of our ramp package yet. Okay, we need to get that in here. Let's get Demir's Signet.
I already got that.
Felwar Stone. Probably a Mind Stone game as well. Do need that mana. We don't have, like, Dark Ritual in here.
Buck, why waste? Because waste are the most powerful lands in the game. I don't need any other lands.
Yeah, we don't need any other things. Realistically, Buck, they're placeholders.
Yeah.
The whole purpose is just so that we know how much space we have in the deck while we're brewing. So, if we just say, like, this number of lands are accounted for, we'll fix what they are later, we still at least get to know.
And waste can be added into every deck. We don't have to worry about what colors we are. That's mainly why we're using waste.
Yep. Okay, do we need any more rocks or ramp spells?
Bandit's Hall. What does this do?
Bandit's Hall. I know Hall of the Bandit Lord. I don't know that one. What does Bandit's Hall do?
No.
Whenever you commit a crime, you get that. You can remove 2. No, thank you. I just want 2 mana rocks. I like my 2 mana rocks. I like keeping them keeping it simple for the most part.
Do you guys do deck ratings? Every deck is a 7.
Yeah. I'm not sure quite what you mean. We do something called the Zur scale where we rate like a commander as a consistency thing, where it's just like generally speaking, this is the power level of a commander. That does not speak to the specifics of a deck because obviously you can brew the 99 of your deck to do whatever you want. So it's just kind of a conceptual thing, assuming that your opponents are playing to win and that they are building around their commander and not just picking them for the color. Strange Citizen and Milliken.
Ooh.
Citizen and Milliken are okay.
I like the Milliken here.
Yeah, the blue mana dorks. Strange Citizen doesn't tap for more mana, right? Yeah, no, it still taps for only 1. I believe it's just MILI.
There we go. Took it a little bit of time.
Or is it double L on that one?
It's double
I'm not
L.
surprised if it is.
It's double
Okay.
L.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. So, what are we missing from here? We do need to make some cuts, but if there's anything else we want to add in, let's see. I just realized Bats is so cool with Lazav. That's nice.
Yep.
Oh, Liquid Meta Torque is a 2 mana rock that commits a crime. That's hot. Yes. That's
I didn't even
cool.
think about that.
That's sick. I love that. Thank you for that suggestion.
hot.
That's super cool. I completely forgot we have the occasional rock that does that.
I don't think we need any more enchantments that I can think of
Yeah, we're
off the top of
fine.
my head.
We probably could use a little bit. Well, we have looting. We are missing a little bit of mass card draw, or something along those lines. The creature package is looking pretty well. We have Ancient Silver Dragon for mass card draw, and Ancient Brass Dragon is also a form of mass card draw. And then Consecrated Sphinx is also mass card draw. So okay.
All the rest of our cards are just good here.
A little iffy on Mindbreaker, but
Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger? I mean...
it's also 20 cards from a deck.
That's
We don't get the cast trigger.
still pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't know. It's actually... It's just big in hits, right? But it doesn't have evasion. So we can't guarantee that it gets in.
But
If I was comparing not exactly the most fair one-for-one comparison, but, comparing it to Archfiend of Despair that's in the deck for purely the purpose of it's big, it hits, it does its thing.
Is this deck going to be featured in a future episode? Jason might play it. I will be playing the first deck that we brewed in a future episode for sure. But
Patient Rebuilding. Patient Rebuilding is the 5 mana enchantment that features Nicol Bolas on the art, right? Not a huge fan of that one.
also get all these newspaper printings out of here. Every single one of them out of here.
Yeah. I probably will end up playing this deck on the channel at some point.
Maybe not this specific brew of it, but
Yeah, it'll be something similar. There's a couple of cards on it. Well, we do need to make some cuts, so I guess we can probably just start doing that. Okay. Do we want Treasure Cruise?
yeah.
Okay. How many board wipes we have? We have
Toxic Deluge, and that's it. Oh, and Cyclonic Rift.
Well, Toxic Deluge, Cyclonic Rift, Fats, and River's Rebuke, which are all like pseudo board wipes in their own ways. Okay, that's fine.
We didn't add Vern's Prodigy or the Perfected Mind.
Yeah, we never ended up adding those in there. I don't think those are unreasonable ones. We just didn't do it.
Yep.
How many looters do we have? And do we... Well, I mean, I don't really want to touch the creatures that much. It's really non-creatures I want to hit. Okay, how badly do we want 0 mana crime enablers? They're probably pretty good overall.
They do also just draw
Cycle.
cards.
Yeah, they do just cycle. Relic of Progenitus targets the player first, then you get to do the thing. Yeah, that's still worth playing. It's graveyard hate as well in an emergency, although it does hit your own graveyard. But that's okay. I like all the ramp pieces we have. The Codex Shredder's good. 3 reanimation effects is good. Do we want Jace Memory Adept? Do we want either of the Jaces, actually?
I don't think we want either of the Jaces.
Alright, let's cut both those Jaces. Amy will play into Brews Satoru. Talked to him a fair bit during the Zerskill. Yes. Yeah, we did talk about him. He's got a lot of different options where you can build him as, like, 0 mana artifact creatures .deck. You can build him as ninjas. You can build him as weird combo things where you're like trying to omniscience show and tell. Like, he's got a lot of good options. So I'm interested in brewing him at some point. We were questioning whether or not we were going to brew him on this stream or if we were going to brew him for like a video or something different. I think we ultimately decided we're going to skip him overall, but
yeah, I think it's skip overall, but he's definitely cool.
Yeah, Mason, you bring up Kuro Pit Lord. Kuro is one I'm thinking about too, as to whether or not I would include him in the deck. He's interesting.
That's interesting. I don't know if I necessarily want this.
Yeah, like, the thing is, he's a 0, or he has a 0 mana crime enabler built into him, except for he costs 4 mana to stay in play. If you transform into Lazav with him, you have a 10/10 that's swinging, which is close enough.
It's neat.
Yeah, it's close enough to just killing somebody. You just need another creature to do the one shot. I don't think it stays.
Yeah, I don't.
But it's interesting. It's a really interesting thought.
We're not scheming symmetry gaming, so.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of scheming symmetry. It's also just a tutor, but I'd rather just not play tutors.
It's a crime.
The only tutors we're doing are putting things into our graveyard, which is like, that's fine.
But Jason, it is a crime to scheming symmetry.
True, it is a crime, which is funny.
For MH2, not probably not.
If you're talking like the discard Emrakul that ETBs and Kings control something, nah, I'm not a huge fan of it. Oh, we do have the invasion. That's also a removals, a board wipe.
Yep.
Do we want the invasion still?
I think I still want the invasion, but I'm less
Just
about
try it
this River's Rebuke, wherever it's at.
Sure. That's in the sorceries.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can cut River's Rebuke. That's fine.
I'd much rather have the full board wipe than just target a player.
Yeah, that's true. I just like the commits a crime. Okay, so actually, can we leave the River's Rebuke in because of the exact sequence of River's Rebuke your board, copy Phage, get him? That is a one-shot kill out of nowhere.
Sure, we can.
How about this controversy? What if we just cut the Cyclonic Rift?
No.
What if we just don't be Cyclonic Rift gamers?
No. We'd get roasted to high heaven.
Let's see. Palantir's card advantage, so I don't mind the Palantir. I don't love the Palantir.
I don't love it, that's the thing.
I think we can cut Unlicensed first. It's a cool include, but
I'd
I don't
much
think we
rather
need
just
it.
have the relic.
Yeah, I'd rather have the Relic over the Unlicensers. Instead of Glint's, maybe Maddening Cacophony? Can we target ourselves with Maddening Cacophony? I thought that only hit opponents.
I could have sworn that only hit opponents.
Yeah, each opponent only mills 8. In the stream at 101 cards, you gotta cut the Cycro, no worries. Sharky, if I didn't read your comment, would do.
Jason, we only have one more card to cut.
Definitely the Cyclonic Rift, right? I don't think we cut a land, right?
No, I think we're insane if we
could
cut a land.
We could, but I think we're good here on the land count. We actually have a really low curve. Thank you for telling us all of our ways to produce colorless mana. Thank you. Much need. Can you scroll back up a bit? It's like,
man, I just kind of want to.
Gisa's fine.
Kind of want to cut one of these.
What's the exact wording on Gisa again? She's just anytime you commit a crime, you do this.
Once a turn, you get
once a
two.
turn.
You get 2/3/3s with Minache.
Yeah, I mean, we're just committing so many crimes in this deck.
Yeah.
And we're doing it so consistently, I think that's fine. This is a surprisingly difficult cut.
God, this is so good too.
I don't know. The Mindbreaker's kind of meh, honestly. I think it can go. Laquatus is Ambassador Laquatus is a mana sink. I mean, yeah, we could include more mana sinks if we wanted to, but honestly, we have so many looters, for example. We don't really need to.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we want to.
Is Glimpsy Unthinkable unnecessary?
I think at this point it is.
Okay. I think that's fine because I think we're primarily going for. You want to cut the Codex Shredder? I actually really like the Codex Shredder because it is a crime and a mill every turn, depending on what you're looking for, and it's a rebuy, which is very rare for you to get in blue-black to rebuy anything. Yeah. Actually, sorry, I would be actually fine with keeping in those lands because we're gonna get a Surveil land in here.
I'll keep in one or two then.
Sure, that's fine. I would prefer removing the Underground Sea, honestly.
Okay, that's fine.
That's super expensive. We don't need that. Okay, so then blue-black lands, and we do get to play some utility lands. I'll start with just the core lands, at least. Frederick Command Tower, Watergrave. Yeah, we can draw on Catacomb, Morphic Pool. We can Tainted Isle. Tainted Isle's fine.
Whoop.
Was that Undercity Sewers, or did you get a Terramorphic Expanse?
Yeah, it pulled up with the Morphic Pool or something.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Undercity Sewers and Underground River. LD for committing crimes. You know, we are here for some criminal behavior, but we're not monsters. Oh yeah, let's get the desert in here. I actually want to try out the Soured Springs.
I think these cards are like actively pretty good.
Yeah, it actually makes me wonder if we want Sunscorched Desert. I'm not sure about that one.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's iffy. But I'm wondering if there's other lands that ETB and do something like this. I don't know. I haven't played with them enough.
What power level
are we? Stuff.
Yeah, we're just...
It's stuff. There's not really like a dedicated power level going on here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of in the mid-high area. Honestly, given some of the clunk to the deck, it's probably a little bit more of a mid-power.
It's definitely more mid than high. But it is on the higher end of mid. So.
Oh, Demolition Field. Yeah, that's a reasonable one you could play. Or actually, probably just do Wasteland. Like Wasteland, Strip Mine. Both are actually fine utility lands because they commit crimes. Neat!
There we go. Let's go.
Let's see.
And it's the Italian Legends. Let's go.
Let's get our pathway in here. This Clearwater pathway.
There you
go. Do we have Shipwreck Marsh yet? Nope. Let's get that in here. And
I think that's it.
Let's see. I don't know if there's any other ones we particularly want out of the utility land, or out of the like core mana. Let me look at the utility lands a little bit more and see if there's anything else we're interested in here.
I'm interested in the Gaia Reach.
Gaia Reach Sanitarium? Sure. The 2 blue-black mill lands? I don't know. We do commit crimes. We definitely want Minamo and Otawara, because both of those can commit crimes.
How the hell do I spell Minamo?
Minamo.
There we go.
Okay, Shizo's Death Storehouse is a way we can commit crimes on a land as well. An alternate for a basic. That's pretty interesting. Bazaar of Baghdad. No, I don't have $1,000 to spend on one land here, buddy. Also, it's honestly not even that good.
It's not good here.
We can do Takanuma.
Yeah, I guess we could do Takanuma as just a...
It's just fine. Because like it's very rare that you end up channeling Takanuma, but we would be playing a lot of basics in this deck otherwise, so that's fine. Again, Sunscorched Desert is interesting. I'm sorry, Teleria, what the hell do you do? Just actual factual card, Teleria. I need your text. Okay. Blue, legendary land that's blue. Taps for blue mana, and target creature loses banding, and all bands with other activated ability activate only during your upkeep step. No, thank you.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
That is surprisingly close, but no, thank you.
It says banding on it, therefore I'm good.
Yeah, no, we're fine here. We're fine.
Mirage Mirror,
maybe. Mirage Mirror.
That's an interesting card here.
Is there any particular reason we want it? I mean, yeah, I get that it... Well, no, yeah, it becomes a copy of a target thing, but, like, I don't know.
Commit crime.
It does commit a crime, don't get me wrong, but, like, I don't know. I don't feel a need for that.
You get 4 lands, Jason. Have fun.
4 lands. Let's see, we got 5 islands, 3 swamps. Okay. Well, I can get a Castle Locktoin in here. That's perfectly reasonable to play.
And we're a lot higher. We're more skewed black or blue than black.
Yeah, that's why I definitely wouldn't change anything too much on the mana. I would probably get a couple... Honestly, just put in more fetch lands. We removed a few, so let's put them back in.
Sure.
We can get, like, mainly the blue ones, Flooded Strand and Misty Rainforest back in.
One less land, Jason.
Probably Sunken Hollow.
There you go.
Yep. I think that's fine. We got 8 basics to enable the Sunken Hollow, plus the ability to fetch it if we want it into play tapped. Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm pretty happy with the mana base. Probably don't need to make any changes to it.
I didn't realize this was Wasteland. I was like, Valley of Gorga. What the heck? What is this?
Alright. This is a good first build of the deck.
I like it.
Yeah, we got some interesting stuff. There's a lot of weird decision points to do with this commander, especially when you're building it on the more fair side of things. If you build it on the more unfair side of things with, like, the EDH style build where you're just reanimating Razaketh and going crazy, that's easier. That's a lot easier.
Hard to do.
All right. The only thing I'd maybe change here is Swan Song for a different counterspell.
But what other 1-mana counterspell do we actually want?
Well, it would have to be a 1-mana 1. It can be a 2-mana 1 like Delay. Or, Delay's a good one. Arcane Denial's okay. I'd rather not play Arcane Denial over Delay, though.
I'd much rather just play the Swan Song.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the Swan Song is a little bit better. The only thing I'm thinking about is how much this commander does want to get in and hit your opponent. Giving them a flying creature is actually a bit relevant.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I would like to cut the Swan Song. I think Swan Song is very good, but I think I would rather have a different piece of interaction. I'd almost maybe Spell Pierce, but...
I think I'm just delay gaming then.
Yeah, delay's good. I like delay. Didn't say please. No, thank you. Maze of It. No, thank you.
Nah,
Maze
I'm
of It
good.
is a reasonable card, don't get me wrong, but I want to make sure my lands tap for mana.
Yeah.
Even if they come into play tapped, I think that's fine. Maze of It is an interesting one, though, for the very long games. I don't know how... This commander is a little bit weird, because it's like, it is playing a control reanimator deck, but it's not trying to make the game go super long.
No, it's
Like, we're not trying to accrue value over time. We're trying to get random windows to, like, one-shot somebody.
we're
get good
trying
value.
to phage on turn 4 and one shot somebody.
Yeah.
Forbid, then you
Forbidsy.
discard the cards? That's interesting.
That's buyback. Yeah, so, fun fact, I used to play Scarab God Reanimator. Like, that was one of my decks that I just owned in paper and really enjoyed playing. Forbid was that card I always was like, this card's good, and then it was never good.
Yeah.
I kept trying to make it good. It was never, like, I never wanted to pay 3 mana for the cancel effect, and then also trying to spend mana, or to discard 2 cards to rebuy it, because I would rather have just looted these cards away and then potentially drawn into a counterspell, was almost always how I felt about it.
Well, the only time I've ever had Forbid be good was when I was playing Mono Blue Azami back in the day. And I had my extra planar lens on snow-covered islands, and then I felt really good about Forbid.
Oh, yeah.
I felt real good about that card.
I really need to play an Azami deck at some point. I really want to build like a super budget Azami deck and like $25 Azami and just go ham.
Oh yeah,
Because that sounds super fun.
just hard win.
Mhm.
Sure. Card for
Cards
Golem to make people's lands into creatures.
You could, but more importantly, it just target artifact becomes a creature. Cool, that's 1 mana, commit a crime.
Neat.
Nah, I don't think we need it.
I'm good.
I like this. I think this is good.
I think it's fun.
The creature package is always going to be the awkward thing of this deck, like which things you decide to reanimate. Yeah, honestly, can we cut either of the dead? I want a different fatty.
Yeah.
I want another fatty. I want a different fatty that does something better. Let me see. Let me go EDH rec here and see if we got anything particularly interesting that is good here.
There we go. I got you one.
What you got?
We're not
I
gonna.
don't know.
We're probably not oopsing into something here.
Do we have 2 mana positive rocks? I don't think we do, right?
The only mana positive rock is Soul Ring.
Do we have a 0-drop artifact?
We have some baubles.
Okay, so there is an Oopsie Infinite in here, but it's a little bit hard, so I don't know if we're against it. So anytime there's a Fairy Mastermind, I immediately, and I put a Hullbreaker Horror into the deck, I immediately check and I accidentally generate infinite mana here. So you would need Hullbreaker Horror, Fairy Mastermind, a Soul Ring, and one of your 0 mana rocks, or one of your 0 mana artifacts, which would be one of the 2 baubles. And then you would need a one of your mana rocks that taps for any color of mana. Then you would be able to go through doing a big loop of generating infinite colorless mana, then generating infinite colored mana, and then dump it all into Fairy Mastermind to draw the deck.
That sounds really complicated.
It do be really complicated.
I'm kind of okay with it being in the deck.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Hullbreaker Horror is just one of the best creatures you could put into this deck, so I think that's perfectly fine.
It just goes in every Reanimator deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this. This is cool.
It's neat. I just think this deck is neat.
Spirit of the Night. What does Spirit of the Night do? I'm pretty sure that thing's just a big creature with, protection for something.
It's just a big dumb beater.
It's got crazy art, I remember that much.
Yep.
Yeah, Flying Trample, protection from black, first strike when attacking, unaffected by summoning sickness, so haste. No thank you.
Consuming Aberration if we need a big fatty. I mean, it will just kill somebody.
Yeah, that and Cruel Somniphage are both reasonable cards that we could play in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Curl Somniphage also commits a crime, so we have some options. But no, I think we're good here.
I think we're good.
I'm happy to just call this as a solid first draft and maybe make some adjustments. I do intend to try to play something like this on the channel at some point because this is just cool. I like it.
All right. I think we're good to go.
Yeah, we've done a good 2-hour stream of this one, a little bit shorter than some of our other ones, or what we normally do, about 2.5 hours. But I think this is perfectly fine to call it here.
I mean, it didn't help that Vhon was just like the easiest deck in the world to build.
Vhon was a 45-minute deck build. It's just like, look, treasures! I love that Vhon deck. This is so dumb. Why did you have to foil the whole thing?
Don't worry about it.
Alright. Well, everyone, thank you all very much for watching this video with us today and joining us today. Hope you guys have been enjoying the Outlaws of Thunder Junction content. If you guys have not seen our most recent video, I highly recommend going and check it out because we have a giveaway that we are doing. I'm not going to tell you the details of the giveaway here. I want you to go watch that video to figure it out.
Yep.
So, I've also got a lot of shorts content that's coming up this week, so hope you all are having a great time and enjoying all the content we've been making. If you were interested in supporting us financially, you can head on over to our Patreon. Otherwise, we've got our Twitter, our Discord. Highly recommend joining the Discord. We do game days every Saturday night. So, and the first one of each month is a CDH game night. So, if you have all sorts of different play patterns that you prefer playing with, we welcome it on our Discord. And with that, that's about all I got. Follow us on social media.
That's all I got.
Have a good day.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everyone. See ya.